I'm very excited about this new mold that I made. It is an owl. This is the first owl I have done. I sculpted it the other week and I'm just now getting around to making a mold and showing you how to use it as a push mold. This is Sculpey, this is Super Sculpey. I usually take like a ball about this large, just push it and squish it in. Now this mold has little ears, and this is a neat technique for doing things like that. See how I pull the mold apart and just push the clay in to make sure that you're getting all the crevices and everything. Don't worry about distortion at this point. I'm going to show you a trick to solve that. Okay, there's several different ways you can do this. You could actually try to put in the right amount of clay, but I just have this little knife tool. Of course, you have to be careful not to cut your mold. I usually just sort of slice it the backs with. Now, to take care of any distortion that could have happened, you simply just push the mold back together. Just keep working it, like you can take your hand like that. You can actually make different size pieces doing this. If you push really hard, you can spread the mold out and make it a little bit larger. And then I usually just do this, let my mold pull back from the piece. Now I've got some edge around it. I'll trim off in a minute. Can you get that good? Let's make one out of Super Sculpey really quick, and I'll bake these and come back in a few minutes and show you. Same thing, I just take me a ball of Sculpey, push it in, that, then you can actually do this and get most of that edge like that too. But there again, I'm going to push it back like this a little bit to make sure that I've not made it larger. Then you can, some people put it down on a piece of tile or something to flatten their back. And you can demold it like that onto a piece of tile. I was going to show you really quick this seashell mold, a neat technique that actually one of my customers gave me the idea for. A little too much clay. Just take a little bit of clay, and this is going to show you how to make an actual concave seashell that looks real. Instead of filling the mold entirely, you just leave a indentation. Then have one, this one I had done in some brown clay. Have one that you have already molded and baked, and then after you get so much clay in there, just take the one that you've baked, push down in the mold. It's going to leave the imprint. Then take your shell out of the mold. Got a little trimming on the edges to do, but you have a seashell that actually looks like a real shell. And then if you wanted to use this as a necklace or something, you could just simply take a tool or a toothpick, and at this point make a hole in it right before you bake it. Now obviously with it being sort of hollow like that, you can even take your fingers and make it a little bit of a different shape. You can flatten it, or you can leave it with more of a rounded appearance. Okay, I have baked the two samples that I showed you making, and I have actually painted them. I'll do another tutorial on painting it on another day, but here's how they turned out. I think they turned out really good. Is that good? See it good?